Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Love is Blind, Season 7, Episode 7. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, y'all, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. Let me tell y'all this. So we did do a live for episodes 1 through 6. But episodes 7, 8, and 9, now those were a good batch of episodes. So now we're gonna get into episode 7, then I'm gonna be right back and we're gonna get into 8 and 9. But baby, let's just jump right into it, okay? So when the episode first opens up, they're still in Mexico. Each couple is going on solo dates, Marissa and Ramses. So they're going on a yacht ride. Marissa is excited because of her Navy background. She's talking to Ramses about how much, she loved being in the military, but he hushed her right on up by sticking his tongue down her throat. And we'll see why a little bit later. Tim and Alex. So they're both still reeling from what happened, right? He said he woke up thinking that he was leaving. He was like, listen, this is my last day here. She done pissed me off. She, on the other hand, is like, I don't know, to the extent that he was mad. I really didn't know until he was in front of me. Ma'am, you chewed him up and spit him out, and then you put your damn hand over his mouth. Keep your hands to yourself. Because if he had done that, y'all know I wouldn't let it go. So I'm not about to let it go when it comes to you. Keep your hands to yourself. They teach you that in kindergarten. Okay? We don't touch. Okay? Don't touch other people. Girl, talking about you didn't know the extent. You know what you did? Attitude on nasty at all times. Now, he did say that he's willing to see where things go. And they're supposed to go ATV riding. And she doesn't know how that's going to go because they ain't really talking to each other. Let me tell y'all right now. If these two continue on, this is going to be a toxic cycle. Once you let a person get away with something like this once, it will continue. Okay? I'm just telling you based on experience. If you allow people to do things like what she did and you give them a pass and tell them, you know what? It's okay. It's acceptable. They are going to continue to do it. Ashley and Daddy Tyler. So they're going on a camel ride, right? He's like, so can you see yourself marrying me? Pay your child support. Take care of your children. Baby, please. She up here telling him, I don't think I'll ever find a man like you again. Girl, you better hope not. So they go sit down and they're having lunch because, they like to eat. And so he's asking, what do holidays look like for you? Yeah, you need to know so you can factor in time with your other children. Okay? And don't think I forgot. So she's saying, she wants to create their own family traditions. Girl, he already got some of them. He's like, yeah, we can create our own Christmas tree ornaments. And I'm sure that you've done that before based on those pictures floating around on the TikTok. So then he said, yeah, it would be cool. When we have kids, we can do old Christmas movies because, I just really like Christmas movies. Sir, you were just wearing matching pajamas with your beautiful kids not too long ago. At Christmas time. So not you just passing down traditions you done already damn created. Anyway, she said that they can do ugly Christmas sweater parties because she loves themes. So he starts talking about how he and the guys are doing a Halloween dress up party. I hope you dress up like a present father because them babies are looking for you in the daytime or with a flashlight. Poor Ashley, unbeknownst to her. Moving forward, Hannah and Nick. So they went bungee jumping. Child Hannah driving him crazy, so he had to jump out of a plane. I'm just playing. But child, he had to jump. I could never do this. I need my feet firmly planted on the ground at all times. So anywho, Nick and Hannah just shooting the breeze, child. You know how they like to do. Garrett and Taylor. So they went to a glass blowing factory on their date, and they created Garrett a beautiful fish. Nothing to see here, people. Monica and Steven. So he said he was going to take her to a Mexican restaurant, right? So they're at the restaurant and she brings up that he promised to buy her flowers. Ma'am, y'all are on the honeymoon. At least wait until you get to the shared apartment. I don't know. I just thought bringing that up right now, it's not like he's not doing because everybody is on honeymoon. Okay, so it's like you're just enjoying each other, getting to know each other. The flowers will come if you just wait. So she wants actions, and she's like, look, your actions need to match your words. He goes, yeah, you're right. You know what? You're right. She need to go ahead and change her name to You're Right. See, that's how Steven does it. That's how he gets out of things, by just saying, you know what, dear, you're right. That would annoy me so much, because you're not really paying attention to exactly what I'm saying. You just don't want me to fuss. And I don't like people who ignore how I'm feeling because you don't want me to fuss. And Steven is one of those people that does wrong things, and then before you can go off, he says, you're right. You're right. I'm wrong and you're right. Nah, that ain't gonna work. So she's telling him that gifts are one of her love languages. And so he starts talking about how it's been years since he's even gotten a Christmas gift. She said, no, I don't want our financial differences to get in the way. He, of course, doesn't feel like the financial upbringing will affect their relationship. Yeah, it's not the financial she got to be worried about, especially with you. So then he goes, I don't have to get you something top quality like a Kate Spade bag. Oh, baby, this ain't gonna never work. Not Kate Spade. Baby, not Kate Spade. Now, don't get me wrong. If you got you a Kate Spade bag, honey, more power to you. But they got them down to the Ross dress for less. If I can find that bag down to the Ross dress for less, honey, not the Kate Spade, child. I have not heard of that since forever. I remember my grandmother wanted a Kate Spade bag so bad for Christmas. And baby, you couldn't tell me nothing when I went down to the Ross dress for less in high school and I found that all black Kate Spade bag, baby. I packaged it in a Macy's box because that's how you trick them. And baby, I took that down to my grandmother on Christmas, baby. You could not tell me I was not the favorite grandchild. Not Steven trying to get in my grandma bag. So anywho, she said, don't you ever get me that. Maybe a YSL bag. He had no clue exactly what she was talking about. Then she says, have you ever heard of Louis Vuitton? He says, no. Is he a big deal? Steven, now quit playing on this here TV. Quit playing crazy. I know you know full and well who Louis Vuitton is. You know who that is. Now please stop. Now look, I understand that some men and some people in general are not into labels. I'm one of them. You ain't got to buy me nothing fancy, honey. As long as it look good with my outfit, baby, you can take me down to Shein. It is fine. But stop acting like you don't know that LV symbol. Even my grandmother, great grandmother knows LV. Quit playing, boy. So she's saying that she doesn't want to be materialistic, but she wants to feel special. Here he go. You're right. You know what? You're right. We don't want to disappoint you. You're right. So then he starts talking about having second thoughts, and what they're doing right now is so serious. Well, baby, what'd he say that for? She starts freaking out. He said, wait a minute, let me just figure out exactly how to word this. Okay, so let me just say it this way. I don't want to be overwhelmed going to the altar. I'm just nervous because it's a huge commitment. Yeah, he heard about him not being able to buy that Kate Spade bag, and he was like, oh, child, I got to get out of this. I got to get out of this. She want actual stuff. So then he starts talking about having second thoughts and all that. She's looking at him like, I know you in line. She said, you knew exactly what you were getting yourself into. You know you signed up to get married. So he's sitting there looking like a wounded puppy. Something not right here. Something is not right. He's legit afraid to be honest with her. He has a problem upsetting her. It's giving people pleaser. I don't like that because that builds resentment. Because all this time, you're just going along to get along. You're right, dear. You're right. You're right. You're right. Until one day you just snap because she's actually wrong. So just say the way that you're feeling so you can get those feelings out. I don't like people that just go along to get along, honey. Moving forward. Tim and Alex. So they're on the ATV crossing this bridge. Now, to me, I can tell that the chemistry is a little bit off after that argument. Basically, it's non-existent. He wants to forgive her, but he is not going to forget. It's written all over his face. I can see through that damn helmet. Now, he did tell her that he wants to give it another try and that he's coming back to the room. And I think that's just because he just want to finish this thing out. She better not pull a stunt like that again because I feel like the resentment is coming and he didn't even touch her. They were standing on the beach and they were watching the water. His hands were behind his back. Girl, he trying, but he has zero tolerance. So you better get it together or leave it alone. In the next scene, all the couples are meeting up and the ladies are over there talking. Alex is telling them how Tim was about to leave and she panicked because she's like, I don't even have his number. I don't know this man's socials. I don't know anything. And I just knew that I was never going to talk to him again. Well, try being nice. You wouldn't have to go out looking for him if you would be nice. So they are asking her, like, what happened? So what happened today? She said, well, we smoothed things over and we're good. So as they're talking, fireworks start to explode and everybody gets up to go outside to watch the fireworks. So as they're going out, Monica kind of gestures to Steven that they're going out to see the fireworks. Now, Garrett and Steven are inside talking. Monica tries to get Steven's attention, but he continues his conversation. So everybody is outside. Now, again, another way that I can tell that Tim has checked out is instead of him hugging up behind Alex, he over there hugging Tyler's neck. Now that really pissed Monica off because you didn't come outside. Why are you still inside? So she's being passive aggressive. She comes back in. Oh my gosh, it was so romantic out there. Thank you for being romantic, Steven. Okay, thank you so much for being romantic. And he's just looking like, are you good, babe? So she walks away from him. She sits down. She tells the ladies, everything about him is pissing me off. So he goes over there again, wanting to know if they're good. She says, yes, babe, we're fine. He walks away and she says, he's legit scared of me. Like, he's scared and I'm not going around with him anymore. He's afraid of me. Girl, so you want your man to fear you? You want him to be afraid of you, and what kind of outcome are you going to get from that? You ain't going to get them damn flowers just because he's scared of you. So he comes over there and she's acting like everything is okay. So he comes and brings her some sparkling water. He's trying to explain himself, saying that Garrett needed to talk and he didn't want to be rude and walk away because Garrett has a scientist mind and it moves differently. Now it's Steven, Monica, and Taylor. They're all three sitting there. Now Taylor is looking at him like, okay, sir, if you say so. And Monica is annoyed. So he's going on and on about how women are going to see them after the show and want to give them fellatio. And I was so confused because I was trying to figure out, like, how did we get here? Like, what is happening? Why are y'all even talking about that? So Taylor is just looking at him like, huh? What? Women are going to want to offer you fellatio for what? So Monica is embarrassed and pissed. So she got up and pretended like she wanted to go get a French fry. I was like, oh, this is disastrous. Do you hear me? Now, I was wondering if Steven was a little tipsy because the way he was acting made absolutely no sense. He was getting on my nerves. Monica was getting on my nerves. They just get on my nerves as a couple. Monica cannot stand Steven. And at this moment, he had Taylor cornered as he blabs on and on and on. And Taylor's like, yeah. This is a mess. So they all go back to their rooms, right? Because the night is over. Tomorrow they're leaving. Alex and Tim are talking about living together and how excited he is for her to see his place. Over in Steven and Monica's room, he's packing to leave, right? She's annoyed about him buttoning his shirt before folding it. She's like, do you button your shirts before you fold them? He said, yeah, just to keep them together. So he's folding them up to put them in the suitcase. She's like, can you just stop and get in bed with me and cuddle? Girl, can he pack? The vacation is over. It's over. It's over. Now it's over. So allow him to pack his damn clothes up. She is very needy. Her being needy, that coupled with his people pleasing, is a recipe for disaster. I'm telling y'all, it's Dateline waiting to happen. She needs to chill out. Okay, she really does. He's folding, and then he goes, you know what? You're right. You're right. I should have done this earlier. I shouldn't have made a big mess. I'm going to go ahead and get in bed. No, just tell her that you'll lay down after you pack your things. So it's less to do in the morning. You don't have to be mean to her. All you have to do is say, babe, I'm going to go ahead and pack my stuff tonight. So then in the morning, I can help you, or, I can just chill before we have to leave. Monica is the type that needs a man that's going to every now and then get her together. You are a doormat. She going to walk all over you, honey. And when it's time to get divorced, she going to take half of everything you got, over half. And as they're talking to each other, he gets in the bed. This cannot be healthy. He gets in the bed to appease her, and I didn't see not one cuddle. Not one. In the next scene, it's time to leave and head to the shared apartments. 21 days until the weddings. So they're back in DC, and now they're all at the shared apartments, and they're all nice. You know how they like to do. They set them up real nice. Hannah and Nick. So they're getting settled in. She's telling him that her dog Luna is coming. He offered to help with the dog. She's asking if he needs to be told to do things like take the trash out. She says, I'm younger than you and I'm more mature than you are, and you're 28. Girl, you quit your job to hang out on set. You're not more mature. Hannah, please. I do not have time. Hannah Montana, absolutely not. She's asking what he's going to cook for her. You know, they're just having small talk. She's telling him that she's hyper independent, so it's her way or the highway. Now, Hannah, I completely understand because living alone for too long will have you that way. When you put something down, you know exactly where it is when you come back for it because you live alone. But when you live with another person after so many years, then you're like, why are you doing that? Why are you putting that there? See, that's why I know I can't live with another man, honey. You're going to have to live at your house. I'm going to live in mine, you live at yours, and never the two shall meet. Okay, I just can't do it. Monica and Steven. So they're talking about how they're going to be hosting parties and how great the views are. He's like, yeah, we got to get some beer. We got to get some food and flowers. I got to go downstairs. I got to get my bags and flowers. And then I got to go. I'm like, girl, okay. She wants flowers, Steven. Flowers for the lady. She wants flowers. Girl, you better go down to the Trader Joe's because Steven is not listening. The Trader Joe's got every flower you want because he is not listening. Taylor and Garrett. So they're eating and they're talking about their Instagrams, and it's time to take a look at each other's social media. Child, you will be shocked looking at some of these men's Instagram pictures. Now, he said his page consists of fish, and more fish. But for me, it's not the post that you have to worry about. You got to check them people they following. That's going to tell you everything you need to know. Check them likes and check them followers. That's where you're going to find your meat and potatoes. I'm just saying. Alex and Tim. So they're in their spot. They notice it's a queen bed. He has a king. She's like, oh, great. Now you got to cuddle with me. Girl, he don't like you no more. I know he's trying to be nice, but he really don't like you like that no more. I can see it. I can just see it. Tim said, yeah, no, I sleep hot. She said, oh, I hate it here. I got to beg my man to cuddle with me. Now, I feel like before that little argument that they had, he would have gladly cuddled her. Hot sleeping or not. I don't know, girl. It's just not looking too good. It's just not looking too good. Ashley and Daddy Tyler. So they're getting ready for bed, right? And Tyler is saying a prayer over them. He was praying over everybody but them kids. Make sure you pray for your children as well. I am getting so upset for Ashley because the fact that he's just sitting in her face, not making mention of the fact that he has children. He's praying, pretending to get emotional. Yeah, that's that guilt eating you up. Okay, and they're going to lock you up as soon as you get off that plane because the word on the curb is that you owe an obscene amount of child support. But that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. Ramses and Marissa. So they're in bed talking about wedding planning. She's happy that he actually wants to be involved in it. She wants to have an all-black wedding with her in white and the groom in white. I mean, if it's done right, it can be stunning. Now, I don't know about him in a white tux, but I mean, it can be okay. Now, if she says she wanted a black dress, then that's a different thing. Like, girl, no, we will not be doing a black dress. 20 days until the wedding. Taylor and Garrett. So they're on their way for Taylor to meet his family. His parents' house is so freaking pretty. I love a beautiful front porch. I want to have a beautiful home on a nice plot of land. I want to have a wraparound porch. I want to sit on it in my rocking chair, drink my lemonade with extra ice, Kiki on the phone, and look out into the street and see what I was doing. Like, that is it for me, honey. That is my dream. Do you hear me? So they get to the house. She's showing them the ring. His mom said it really did shock her because, you know, Garrett has never worn his heart on his sleeve. His mom said on Sundays, Garrett is the one that makes the drinks, but he quickly, you know, integrated Taylor and her chemistry degree in there to let them know, you know, she could be making drinks as well. So then his sister asked why her parents didn't want anything to do with the show. Taylor was saying that it was about the cameras coming into their home, but they know that it's important to her, so they're going to work on being there. So they're asking questions to get to know her. Garrett is telling them that Taylor and he have so much in common and he loved dating her in the pods, and it just feels right. So his mom, you know, she's getting teary-eyed because she doesn't want either one of them to get hurt because things are moving so fast. Now, they do have some very valid concerns about the pace that things are moving. Taylor is trying to explain that she understands that it's going to take them time to get to know her, and her and Garrett, they check in with each other, and whatever decision that either of them makes will be the best decision for the other person as well. Taylor fit right on in with Garrett's family. I think she fit in rather nicely. I think these two gonna say yes. Moving forward. Marissa and Ramses. So, baby, he done cut that hair again. She's getting home from work or from school or something like that. He's cooking dinner for them. She's watching. He's asking about school, and she's in Baltimore doing school, I think, and he's willing to move there. She said, yeah, because if you were not, then this would never work. Because she was saying how she had a 2-hour commute. That is insane. So they sit down, they get ready to eat. He said, okay, the moment of truth. How is it? She said, babe, the noodles are hard. They're al dente to the max. Alla who? Girl, who the hell is Dante? Who the hell is Dante? Girl, it's al dente, not al dente. And even he was confused. He said, is that how it's pronounced? It is not. Okay, I don't care what she says to you. It is not pronounced no al dente. Girl, we're in the ghetto. Anyway, so they start talking about who will officiate the wedding. She doesn't want a man to do it. Now, she kind of threw me off because she was like, I don't want a man to do it. God can just take a back seat. I'm like, what is happening? He's telling her that his mom would want some Christian aspect in their wedding. He said, my mom will probably just come back and pray for me, and I guess that will be enough for her. So they start talking about religion and how she feels about the Mormon church. He said that he used to be in ministry, so he knows what the church looks like, and he doesn't believe in the fire and brimstone, but he does believe there's some version of a Christian God. So she then says, well, I feel like we all have past lives. So then he says to her, oh, we should watch Past Lives. She said, yeah, we can watch that. But first we need to watch Barbie because the message behind it is just so good. I mean, it taught me that I don't want a man that's for patriarchy. I just don't want a man like that. Girl, so Barbie, the things that Marissa says, she chose Ramses, first of all, because he was a Cancer Leo or a Cancer Leo. It's one of the two. But because of his sign, he was the one. Okay. Now we have to watch Barbie so that he can get the picture of you not wanting a man that's for a patriarchy. What is happening? Like, Marissa just gives me childish sometimes. She really does. She said the military brainwashed her and, she used to believe in certain things and now she doesn't. Because even he was like, Barbie made you realize that? So they're having a difference of opinion because he doesn't agree with the military at all. And she feels like they need the military because they've gone and bullied other countries. And so they need the military to fix things. She feels like people in the military sacrifice so much and it feels like they deserve to be appreciated. He, on the other hand, feels like they chose that. Okay, they signed up. I think that these two should have had these types of conversations in the pods. Why did you choose her? And you knew she was in the military. And if you know that you have those feelings, then you should have let her go on about her business. Now, the conversation that they're having is a very important one because a lot of times these are not subjects that people broach because they don't want to rock the boat. And then you get in a relationship and realize that these conflicts that we're having, these are major things. This is not something that we can just forget about because who are you really? What is your code of ethics? What do you actually believe? And I could tell a lot of what Marissa believes, Ramses does not. And it's not little things. These are major things that can affect how they raise their children. Y'all having all these sexuals and y'all are on two different pages. You should have been talking about serious things. But now you're in the real world and you have some time before you get married to figure out how you're going to navigate these things. And that was the end of the episode. Listen, y'all come back because 7, 8, and 9 were very good episodes. I didn't fall asleep not once. It was good to me. And y'all know when I say it was good to me, that means it was good to me. After we get through with 7, 8, 9, we will have a live for it next week before the new episodes air. Also, next Wednesday, Married at First Sight is coming back. So come on back for that on Thursday morning. Baby, things are picking up, okay? It's heating up. I will catch y'all later. Comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about episode 7. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.